Hi, welcome to Signing Storytime. Today we're going to read Brown Bear, What Do You See? If you have the book, you can look at the pictures on your own, or you can just watch the screen because I will show you all the pictures. I'll sign what the page says and I'll show you the picture. And then when we're all done, I'm going to teach you the signs that are in the story. So you can learn the signs and you could sign the story yourself. So here's the book. Brown Bear, What Do You See? This was written by Bill Martin Jr. and the pictures are by Eric Carle. There's the title page. That says the same thing I just said. Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. There's the red bird. Red bird, what do you see? I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me. Wow, a blue horse. Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me. Green frog, what do you see? I see a purple cat looking at me. I have never seen a purple cat. Purple cat, what do you see? I see a white dog looking at me. White dog, what do you see? I see a black sheep looking at me. Black sheep, what do you see? I see a goldfish looking at me. Goldfish, what do you see? I see a teacher looking at me. There she is. Teacher, what do you see? I see children looking at me. Ready? Oh, look at all those kids. Children, what do you see? Ready? Oh, look at all the things. They see so many things. We see a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, a blue horse, a green frog, a purple cat, a white dog, a black sheep, a goldfish, and a teacher looking at us. That's what we see. The end. There's the back end of the bear. Now you probably noticed some signs that came up again and again. So each time it said, "What do you see?" What, you kind of shake your hands like this, and you just point at who it is and see. There was one difference when it was the children. It was a lot of children, so I pointed like I was looking at a lot of people. And then each time the animal says, "I," just point to yourself, "I see." And so both times the C is just like a letter V, and it goes out from your eyes. "I see," and we say what it is. And then looking at me, for looking, you kind of point with your fingers. And if somebody's looking at you, you point at yourself. Looking at me. And you don't have to say the me part because you're showing it. Showing them that somebody's looking at you. And when the children were looking at me, and all the animals at the end I made showed that it was more than one person looking at me. So we'll go through and do the colors and the animals. So the first color is brown. That's a letter B. Down your cheek. That's your cheek gets more tan from the sun than the rest of you and gets extra brown. And bear is like this. The bear kind of scratches itself like that. Red bird. Red is your pointer finger on your lips because your lips are a little bit red. And then bird, you make kind of a little beak out of your two fingers like that. And you go tweet, 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 like your bird chirping. The next animal was yellow. This is the letter Y. Just kind of shake it, and that's yellow. And duck. That looks a lot like a bird, but a bird has a little beak, and a duck has a big wide bill, so you use two fingers like that. Blue horse, there's a letter B. Blue starts with B, just like brown, so blue, we kind of wiggle it like that. And then horse, we make the horse's ears like this, like your two fingers are the horse's ears. You can make two ears, or you can just do one. That's fine. Sometimes you're holding something in your other hand. Then we had a green frog. This is the letter G, kind of like you got your little pinchy fingers like that. You hold it this way and just kind of wiggle it. That's green. Then frog is a little bit tricky. You'd use these three fingers right by your throat. When frogs say ribbit, their throat goes big and little. So you go big and little, like you're a frog ribbiting or croaking. And the green frog saw a purple cat. Purple. This is, you make two fingers and kind of point them down. P is technically kind of like that, but if you just make two fingers, that's going to look pretty much like a P down there. Purple cat. Cat, like horse, you can do with two hands or with one, but keep your other fingers out like that to show that it's little whiskers, not like this, but like this. Cat. Then we had a white dog. White goes like this. You kind of, it's like you're sucking color out of your shirt, because in the olden days, most people wore white shirts, not all different colors like nowadays. So we do white to show you're pulling that white color out of your old-fashioned shirt. White dog. And the sign for dog is like when we call a dog, we want them to come near us. We kind of slap our leg and snap our fingers, or do like a little motion like that. You don't have to really snap. Lots of little kids will just do the pat leg thing. That's just fine. And often grown-ups will just do this part. So either way is fine. So white dog saw a black sheep. Black, you'd make like a line across your eyebrows like this. Like some people have very big, heavy black eyebrows, and you're showing where that is. And the sign for sheep shows one thing we do to sheep. We cut their wool off to make sweaters with. So you might take your scissors and you bring them up your arm like that, like you're a sheep, and you're getting your wool shorn. Then we have a goldfish. And goldfish uses the Y for yellow, but we touch where earring would be to show like earring yellow is kind of what the sign for gold is. Gold. And then gold fish. You make your hand, it becomes a fish, you swim it across. And then we have a teacher. This is the sign for teach, like the teacher has lots of good smarts in their brain and they're taking them out to give them to the class. And then we go like this, which means a person who does the thing I just signed. So teacher. It doesn't really mean the but it's like the in a lot of job words. And then children, you You can pat their heads like this. You can do it with just one hand or with two. And then they listed all the animals at the end that they saw. And then I had the word and. You can put in there if you want. It's like you're adding all your 5 fingers together like that. It said, instead of before all the animals said, I see something, the children said, we see. So you can point to one side of your chest and the other side. We see teacher looking at us. And they were all looking. And then if you want to say, that's what we see, like the words at the end, you can make a letter Y and kind of point with it and say, that's what we see. And since we had all the colors except for a couple of them, I'm just going to show you those too, so you know all the colors. This is the sign for orange, like you're squeezing an orange into your mouth. And the other one you might want to know is pink. So you make a P like you did with the purple, but you put it on your lips like this. It's important to touch with your middle finger, not your first finger, because that would just look like you're signing red. So that's pink. So thank you for paying attention to this story and all this teaching. And for anyone who I know some families are seeing this who I haven't worked with yet. And to explain just a little bit, this is called sign-supported speech. So American Sign Language, or ASL, is a full language that a lot of deaf people in the United States use, and it has its own grammatical structure, and it's different from English. But what we're doing for the students that I'm working with is speaking in English and then signing in the same order, but using the signs that are used in ASL. So that's what these stories will be. Going forward, we're going to have a story each week. So I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.